Hello everyone. In this video, I will be talking to you about how to make money from farming during the dry season. How to make money from farming during the dry season in Nigeria. Nigeria has two seasons. The first one is the rainy season. The second one is the dry season. The length of the rainy season depends on the location where you are in Nigeria, whether in the north or in the south. It also depends on how far north you are and how far south you are. Averagely, Nigeria's south have more rain than Nigeria's north. So as you move to the southwest part of Nigeria and you are moving to the middle, and then as you go to the north, the amount of rainfall reduces. This means that in some places you may have rain falling 3 times in a year. In some places also, you may have rain falling for 4 months in a year. So the time or the period when rain falls is called the rainy season, while the period when rain does not fall is called the dry season. During the dry season, everywhere becomes dry. The ground becomes dry. The soil becomes dry. Plants wither. Grasses wither without you hoeing them or removing them. So during this time, there is a kind of food scarcity because there are no plants and no no rain to water the plants. So in most places in Nigeria where farming is done, this dry season can go on for as much as 8 months in the year. So every year, rain falls for 4 months, or they get rain average of 4 months, and then the rest 12 months there is no rain, there's no water. So everybody waits for the rain, or even when there's rain, people begin to pray that rain should fall at a particular day or rain should not fall at a particular day because that is when they planted and they want rain to fall. There is a formula that is so simple that does not require a kind of special technology to perform, that can make anyone who is serious with farming to farm all year round. If you are farming with the rain, you are going to farm maize that is 3 months germination to maturity. You're going to farm it just once in a year because you depend on the rain. But if you depend on the method I want to tell you about, which is irrigation, you are going to farm maize about 4 times in a year. So do the math and you will see that the profit margin is so wide and so high compared with what you are going to spend in getting the source of water. Number one way to plant during the dry season is to plant near a river. When you plant near a river, you can get a pumping machine and you get a hose. So the hose help you to get water from the river, and then another hose help you to transfer the water you get from the river into the farm. So you can practice flooding irrigation, which I've seen planted in some Asian countries. You do flooding irrigation so that it gets the farm ready. In the place where you see flooding irrigation, I used to imagine even when rainfall, the ground will not be as saturated as this one. So when you do flooding irrigation, it helps you to be able to plant all year round. So number one source of the water is that you site your farm near a water source, near a river, so that you can able to use a pumping machine to pump water directly into the farm anytime you want to wet. And you practice flooding irrigation. So you can plan to wet the farm once a week or 2 times in a week. Now, if you don't want to use flooding irrigation, you can get a landed property somewhere on the outskirts and then fence it for the purpose of farming. And then make sure that you dig a well in that place, and also get a pumping machine and get a generator or power source that will help you to pump the water up. And then you plant in a fenced land. You plant your maize 4 times in a year in the fenced land, and then you are going to make back your money in that period of time, because during the time of this scarcity, the dry season, many of these products or farm produce that you want to produce the prices will go up. So you that you are using irrigation, you can determine the price you want to sell, and by so doing, you are going to make much more money than you invested in it. So these are two main ways by which you can do this. You can also, for those who are living in houses that are cemented, the can is fenced, you can practice sack farming. I have spoken about sack farming on this channel before. In sack farming, you get your soil, fertile soil. Maybe you get fertilizer from somewhere. You can get manure from cattle. You can get poultry droppings. That's the excreta from poultry. Get them in somewhere and mix them with soil and then put it in a bag. Put them in different bags, maybe 100 bags, 200 bags, depending on how large your compound is. So you have water already in your compound. So every day or every two days or every three days, as much as you desire, you can be wetting them, you can be watering them, and you can plant in them. What you are going to get from this sack farming is going to amaze you. So that is number two way by which you can be able, or number three way by which you can be able to make money through irrigation. So I can go on and on. The bottom line is that let us practice irrigation. We cannot keep on depending on natural water supply, which we refer to as rain, for us to be able to water our farm in Nigeria or in Africa. So I am sure if you approach the government of Nigeria or the Bank of Industry or the Bank of Agriculture for loan for the purpose of irrigating your farm, they are not going to deny you. They are going to allow you, they are going to permit you, they are going to fund you, they are going to support you. And you must go with evidences of previous success or previous breakthrough that you have had in your farming exercise. We cannot continue to depend upon the rain alone. So during the dry season, every farmer just look up, look on, and they are waiting for the rain. Why are you waiting for the rain when you can get your rain from artificial means in the form of irrigation? I'm going to talk to you in the next video. Dr. Olubengaditun is my name, and on this channel I teach you how to make money online and offline. And this is another of those videos that you can depend and rely on. Please try to practicalize what I've said. If you cannot do it on a large scale for a start, do it on a small scale. You can start in around your house. You can start somewhere. Just do a little and wet it and wet it and wet it. The last time we bought vegetable in my house is a long time. Why? Because I have sack farms for vegetable and I have non-sack farm for vegetable. Not too big, just the one that my household can consume sufficiently. And we are enjoying it whether there's rain or whether there's no rain. So please go ahead, check this YouTube channel. There are other videos I've made on this channel on many other things about success and about how to make money online and offline. So go ahead and check the channels, and if you have any question for me, you can drop the question in the comment section below. Dr. Olubengaditun is my name again, and this video that is popping up from my channel just now, that is showing now, is the one you should watch next. I'm going to talk to you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.